Hey everyone, this is Jack Stedman for the premiere episode of Jack Stedman Rants. I'm going to be ranting about direct calls to violence and why I think that they should be protected under free speech, and why I think it's the individual's responsibility to not accept the call and commit that violence. So, what sparked this off was I was watching part one of Dave Rubin's interview with Andrew Seidel, I believe, and Dave Rubin, as he usually does, was laying out his opinion on free speech and how he describes himself as a free speech absolutist, except for direct calls to violence, and I think one other thing, but I'm addressing direct calls to violence. So, if Bob tells Rob to punch Jim, and there's no quid pro quo or payment or coercion, and Rob just goes and punches Jim, then is it not Rob's fault? Is it not Rob's choice to commit that violence? Is it not Rob's responsibility for that crime? And shouldn't he be the one that's punished if Jim, you know, presses charges or whatever? I don't think that Bob, the one who called for the violence but didn't act, should be punished in any way. I don't think that's something that should be prohibited. I don't think it's something that should be condoned. But I don't see why it shouldn't be protected under free speech. I think also that if we have exceptions to free speech, like calls to violence, then many puritanical types will pervert that, and they have, and will try to stretch that category to include things that may, in their mind, increase our proclivity for violence, or make us more likely to commit violence, make us more numb to it. So, violent media, violent games, movies, Dungeons and Dragons, rock and roll, all that stuff. They will say that it makes people more violent, which is tantamount to calling to violence. So I don't know. I think that I'm probably just maybe a little more of a free speech absolutist than Dave Rubin, but maybe I'm also crazy and wrong, so feel free to tell me why. Anyway, this was episode 1 of Jack Stedman Rants. More coming very soon. Bye.